or ended up in demise. But from the numbers that it sounds like they were saying they were paying people, that's a recipe for disaster without any type of back end deal, back end guaranteed money from that night or afterwards, or rebroadcasts or overseas licensees and pay-per-view or whatever it is. You cannot get yourself into that type of situation unless you know the return is going to be there.
Right. And that's what I was talking about with PFL. But any event, like I feel like you could kind of build your own people from your pool and whoever else you want to bring into your pool. Because the
Yeah,
competition will make that happen, especially in a tournament format like we're talking.
who he beat and how he looked. And oh, I know he's got to fight this guy next. So now there's a story. And now I'm interested. And now I'm curious. And now I want to tune in. So that is certainly a viable way to build stars and build interest and keep talent fees down, you know.
That, and also I think less hassle factor, like you're saying, where I don't want to fight this guy. You're in a bracket.
Yeah,
You've already agreed to be in this bracket. You're gonna fight. Who's
yeah,
next?
yeah. Well, I don't want to fight that guy. You know how I feel about that too. This is pro sports and
It
it's a
seems to
prize
be
fight.
getting a bigger thing with the UFC. I don't know what happened with the contracts, but it seems like more and more fighters are saying, "I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that," and
Well,
I'm like, "What happened here?"
big dogs like to bark loud, and if someone feels like they're a big dog, they're gonna bark loud, and they're gonna probably try. They're gonna that at all. I mean, if you want to be a champion, if you're a competitor, if you're a prize fighter, that shouldn't even be an issue.
Yeah, it does seem to be more of an issue with the UFC these days. I don't know if they gave fighters more power or what, but it seems like it's getting harder and harder for them to make the fights they want to make because guys just make it difficult.
Well,
And
that
that's another
sucks.
reason why I like the tournament. This is a bracket, you're in it. We don't need to match make. The
Yeah,
matches are there.
yeah. No, listen, you're talking to an old school UFC guy. I love tournaments. We used to do them in one night. I'm
Right.
sure these guys are doing them spread out over several events and
It's
months.
still not a long time. Even that too, like guys are in the UFC are whining about, oh,
Well, media and sponsorships is bigger, so perhaps they don't want to risk tarnishing their record or their image, which is, to me, that's not cool. It's not
mhm,
sporting, for the reasons that you want to compete and be a champion. But who knows why everyone's in it, or why they're hanging around in it? Who knows motivation, right? But if they don't want to fight every 5 months, that tells me they're making too much money.
right. Now let's kind of pivot to the GFL. I know